Okay, so now I've already done one ear and sewn it into place, and the ear is fairly simple, but I just want to show you something here. When you sew this, when you make the magic circle, you're going to have this starting tail, and on the ear piece you can make sure that the starting tail is long enough that you can sew it into the head, or you can get rid of the starting tail altogether. So here's a magic circle with 6 stitches, and I'm just about to put my 2 single crochets in each one of those 6 stitches. But I'm going to take that starting tail and I'm going to lay it along the edge of my magic circle, and I'm going to crochet around it. And then that gets rid of that starting tail. So I'll go ahead and I'll put my 2 single crochets in each one of those 6 stitches, all the while holding that starting tail along the edge. Okay, so now I have 12 stitches around, and now I'm going to put my final row in. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 single crochets into the second, and there I have completely buried that starting tail. So I should add, if you need help going through rows 1 through 3, you can back it up to the body, and it's the exact same pattern on the body for rows 1 through 3. So I'll continue on with the pattern. I'll meet you back here when we're ready to sew the ear in place. Okay, so there I finished row 3, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch and finish off. Remember to leave a long tail for sewing. Okay, so we're just going to bend the edge over to flatten out the edge. And now we're going to sew that into place. And if you want a larger ear, just add another row into it. You could put, once you're finished with your 18 stitches, then you'll put 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and repeat that to the end of the row, and then you'll have 24 stitches when you're done, and that'll give you a bigger ear. So there we go, I've just finished that off. Now we're going to sew it into place. And all we do here, see I've got one in place already, is just set it on the side of the head. And what you can do as well is pin these in place and look for different positions until you're happy with them. I don't know why this series of monkeys I have the ears a lot lower than I would normally have them, but I just thought they were kind of cute that way. But if you want them higher, you could put them higher. But mine are going to be sewn a little lower. So once you have the position all figured out, then once you get your first 2 or 3, so once you get the ear position figured out, you can just get the first 2 stitches in, and then you'll be just fine. I'm just going to go in and come up close to the edge of the ear where I want it in place. Now I'll go right through the ear. See what I'm doing there? Go back down through the head and come up close to the ear again. See what I'm doing? Going from the front to the back. Go through the ear again. Front to the back, up as close as to the edge of the ear you can get. Through the ear again. I'm just going to stop and check the position and everything. So that looks about right. So now I can just finish sewing it into place. So I'll just go up and down this edge here until I feel that it's all securely in there. So I'll continue doing that, and then I'll come back and show you how to bury that tail. Okay, so now that we have the ear sewn in, we're just going to knot this off. Just pick a stitch closely, pick a stitch on the edge of the ear there, and just loop it. So that knots that end. Now you just carry the tail away from that area, pull on it slightly, and cut.